Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News in your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Good morning, I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with AEW WrestleDream, which took place live Sunday night on pay-per-view from the Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington. Adam Copeland, known for years as Edge in WWE, is now a member of the All Elite Wrestling roster.
Whoa! The Rated R Superstar is in AEW. Adam Copeland has arrived.
Copeland made his debut following his longtime tag team partner Christian Cage's victory over Darby Allin in the main event of the show. Cage, Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne, who had turned on Allin during the match, were preparing to deliver a concerto to Allin's partner Sting when a video package played and Copeland made his way to the ring. The former Edge feigned hitting Allin with the chair before hitting Wayne and spearing Luchasaurus. In the post-show press conference, Copeland talked about his reasons for joining AEW.
I wanted to help, and I just felt like here I'd really be able to do that and have the opportunity to do that. And I look at an entire fresh roster of faces and so many talent that I've never laid hands on before. And that to me, as a person who is driven by challenges, that for me was the biggest thing. Like, I've never been in a ring with Samoa Joe. I've never stood in a ring with Sting before tonight. After 31 years in the industry, that's never happened. And then I see a guy like Nick Wayne, or I see Swerve. There's just so many possibilities here. And for me at this stage of my career, that is so enticing. That is so exciting. That is so, I said it out there after the fact when I came back out there tonight, I felt free.
Copeland came out to the song Metalingus by the band Alter Bridge, which was his theme music in WWE. He was also called the Rated R Superstar, a term WWE had trademarked until letting it lapse in spring of 2020. Copeland also took to social media to address his departure from WWE, writing in part, quote, "I want to address my 25 years with WWE. I love WWE and appreciate everything the company did for me. Always have, always will. They put me on the map, gave me amazing opportunities, and through hard work on both ends, I've been supplied with a wonderful life. Sometimes relationships just grow apart, and I feel the WWE and I have just outgrown each other. I wanted to do more. They didn't have much more for me to do. Simple as that." End quote. As noted earlier, Christian Cage defeated Darby Allin to retain the TNT Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match in 25 minutes and 17 seconds when Nick Wayne turned on Allin by hitting him with the title belt. The penultimate bout of the night saw FTR retain the AEW World Tag Team title when they defeated Aussie Open in 20 minutes and 26 seconds after Cash Wheeler pinned Kyle Fletcher. Overnight, Fletcher's partner Mark Davis revealed on social media that he suffered a wrist injury, stating on Twitter, quote, "Sometimes you win 'em, sometimes you snap your wrist," end quote. Towards the end of the bout, Davis was seen clutching his left wrist in pain. Earlier in the night, the Young Bucks survived 3 other teams to become the #1 contenders for FTR's AEW World Tag Team title. The match also included the teams of Hook and Orange Cassidy and Austin and Colton Gunn. Jackson pinned Penta after the BTE trigger to gain the fall. Penta's partner Ray Phoenix was taken to the back early in the bout, selling a shoulder injury. The main card opened with MJF overcoming the odds and retaining the ROH World Tag Team title, defeating the Righteous in a 2-on-1 handicap match, pinning Dutch in 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
As now Dutch in the ropes, MJF. Oh! Seeker on Dutch. That might be it. He's landed him. 2 and 3.
MJF, who also holds the AEW World Heavyweight title, was on his own due to partner Adam Cole revealing this past Wednesday that he suffered multiple breaks in his foot and tore a tendon. In other title tilts, TBS champion Chris Statlander pinned Julia Hart in 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Eddie Kingston kept possession of both the ROH World Heavyweight and New Japan Strong Openweight honors as he turned back the challenge of Katsuyori Shibata, pinning Shibata in 10 minutes and 58 seconds after a powerbomb. The Don Callis family, consisting of Konosuke Takeshita, Sammy Guevara, and Will Ospreay, defeated the team of Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. The finish came when Don Callis hit Jericho with a baseball bat, allowing Guevara to gain the pinfall.
Jericho looking for the Don Callis on the bat, Jericho's own bat. Meanwhile, Aubrey Edwards was fighting with Ospreay over the belt. Cover in. You got to get there, Sammy, for that cover. And Ospreay, look at it, he's trying to restrain Omega and Ibushi simultaneously.
In one-on-one matches, Bryan Danielson defeated Zack Sabre Jr., Swerve Strickland defeated Hangman Adam Page, and Ricky Starks beat Wheeler Yuta. On the pre-show, Billy Gunn and the Acclaimed retained the AEW World Trios title over the TMDK team of Bad Dude Tito, Mikey Nicholls, and Shane Haste. Luchasaurus beat Nick Wayne, Claudio Castagnoli pinned Josh Barnett, and in a mixed 8-person tag, ROH Women's Champion Athena, Billy Starks, Keith Lee, and Satoshi Kojima defeated the team of Diamante, Mercedes Martinez, Shane Taylor, and Lee Moriarty. In Mexico, AAA's Heroes Inmortales XV also took place on Sunday at the Benito Juarez Auditorium in Zapopan, Jalisco. The main event of the show saw AAA Latin American champion QT Marshall and Sam Adonis defeat Octagon Jr. and Alberto Del Rio. Last Tuesday, Del Rio replaced Pentagon Jr., a.k.a. Penta, who was in Seattle working for AEW. In other notable results, Chick Tormenta defeated Maravilla to win the Copa Antonio Peña tournament, and in the show's opener, Dralistico and La Bestia del Ring defeated AAA Mega Champion Elio del Vikingo and Mystices Jr. after Bestia pinned Mystices. And we close with some news from Japan. New Japan Pro Wrestling issued a press release today announcing the removal of Hiroki Goto from the company's current Road to Destruction tour due to a knee injury. Goto injured his medial collateral ligament during he and Yoshihashi's successful defense of the IWGP World Tag Team titles on September 24th against Shane Haste and Mikey Nicholls. There's been no word thus far on the severity of Goto's injury, nor the status of the championship. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.